Hey, it's Mr. Han here. Today we're going to be getting our notes on volume of cylinders. So, the cylinders, the shape we're talking about here, if you take a look, these are cylinders. They're basically like prisms, right? But they have circles. So if you think of a can, like a water bottle, like this, these are cylinders, okay? So to find the volume of a cylinder, it's going to be very similar to a prism. So here's what we need to do. To find the volume of a cylinder, okay, we are going to find the area of the base. Now, if you notice, what shape is the base of a cylinder, right? The area of the base is actually going to be the same thing as finding the area of the circle. So here we're going to put area of circle. So we're going to take that area of the circle, just like we did with the prisms, and we're going to multiply it by the height. Okay? Or we could also say the area of the base times height. So it's the same formula, same concept. The only difference is that it's the area of a circle. Now, if you don't remember how to find the area of a circle, that's why these are different notes, okay? The area of a circle, I'm going to highlight this in pink. And I'm going to say that the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. Okay? So pi is a button you could click on the calculator. It's also, right, 3.14. We can use 3.14 for pi. So let's go over a couple of examples. Here we have a circle, right? We have a circle here that has the radius of 5. So we need to find the area of this circle. Now, the radius is 5, so it's going to be pi times radius squared. The radius is 5, so this is the radius. So this equals pi times 5 squared. Okay, so the volume here is pi r squared times the height. So volume equals pi times 5 squared. That's all going to be multiplied by 18 because the height is right here. Okay. It's the base circle multiplied by the height. The area of the circle, so here, let's do this in pink. Okay. We have pi times 5 squared is 25. Okay. Times 18. Okay. I'm going to multiply 25 times 18. 25 times 18 is 450. And if you didn't see that, here it is over here. 450. So this right here, if I multiply these two, 25 times 18 is 450, and we still have pi. So our answer here is 450 pi. Now this is going to be the exact answer, right? So right here is an exact answer, okay, in terms of pi. Meaning that we still have pi in the answer. But if we want to go ahead and plug this into a calculator, we could say, all right, 450 times pi. And we're going to get 1,413. So if I plug this into the calculator, this is about 1,413, right? Oh, 0.71. I'm going to round that up to 7. Okay. So it's either 450 pi or 1,413.7 to 7.17. And notice that it's in centimeters, so it's going to be centimeters cubed. And this right here is an approximate answer. Approximate. So it's an estimate. Okay. So right here, just a review. We found the area of the base, which is a circle. And to find the area of a circle is pi times r squared, pi times radius squared. And then we multiplied that by the height. So here, we're going to take a look at example number 2. We'll see that the circle has a radius of 7. Oh, just kidding. Is the radius 7? No. The diameter is 7. So what we need to do is we need to find out what the radius is. The radius is always from half, right? So that's going to be half of 7. So 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So the radius here equals 3.5, okay, centimeters. So to find the volume, we're going to take this pi times 3.5 squared, right? And we're going to multiply that by the height. So that's going to be times 30. That's given right here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my calculator, do 3.5 squared, and then get 12.25 times 30. And we still have pi, right? And then we're going to multiply this by 30, and we get 367.5 pi. And this right here is an exact answer, exact. So I'm going to box that, I'm going to say exact, right, in terms of pi. And if I want an estimate or an approximation, I'm going to multiply that times pi. And I'm going to get the answer about 1,154.35. Did I get 35? 0.34. And the units here is centimeters, so it's going to be centimeters cubed. So this right here is an approximate. Okay. All right, our last one, we have a Pringles. Who doesn't love a Pringles? Okay, we have a circle, but we need to find out what the radius is. So we need to take half of 3, which is 1.5. So the radius equals 1.5. So inches. So we're going to take the area of the circle, which is pi times 1.5 squared. Okay. And we're going to multiply that by the height, which is 10.5. So times 10.5. I'll zoom in here. 1.5 squared. Oops, 1.5. Oops, what happened? 0.5 squared is 2.25. So pi times 2.25 times 10.5. Let's move that over just a little bit. Multiply this answer times 10.5. And I get 23.6, oops, let's get that right, 625. So pi times 23.625. I'm going to just rewrite it so that the pi comes in afterwards. So it's going to be 23.625 pi. And that's an exact answer. And I'm going to take an approximate and multiply that times pi. And I'm going to get 74.22 inches cubed. Okay. So the only difference here is that you're finding the area of the circle because the base is a circle here. Okay. Not that different from the last set of notes. Hopefully it goes smoothly for you. Okay. Our homework assignment is right here. Okay. Notice that sometimes it gives you the area of the base already. So number 1, the area of the base. Notice that it's a capital B, and a capital B means that it is the area of the base. So that's giving us this entire portion. So that problem is just multiplying the area of the base times the height. But some of them do not. They give you the radius. So you need to solve for the area of this entire circle and then multiply it by the height, which is 20 inches. Okay. And notice here, you have the diameter, so you need to solve for half of this, just like our notes. Okay, half of 15 is, that's for you to figure out. Okay. All right. Some of them are word problems. Okay. Read it. They are very doable. This number 11, you have half. So basically find the volume as if it's the whole thing, but then just divide it by 2. And this one is a little bit tricky, but I want you to give it a shot if you can. Okay. All right. Best of luck. Make sure you ask questions in our class. See you guys soon.